Sorry, I'm a little behind here, doing too many things. We have the deadline tonight is for our uh, you know what it is. Our grant deadline tonight is tonight at midnight. So you have till midnight to apply to our $40,000 we're going to give out this month. And if you miss this one, we have another one coming up next month. So there'll always be one around as long as the members keep making this profitable. And it's really because of members. I mean, that's what's going on, at Lesko Help, is because they join the subscription service, which is, $20 a month. And people were telling me I'd never be able to do that. It would always have to charge more. And I just didn't want to do that. I wanted to be the guy who could do it for $20. I mean, when I started this business, I was charging thousands and thousands of dollars to rich people, Fortune 500 companies. And I just didn't really enjoy that. Let me set up my live stuff here to make sure that we're on all the platforms that I'm trying to get on. Okay, so Grant. G-R-A-N-T, deadline, midnight, M-I-D-N-I-G-H-T, midnight, October 4th. And then the other thing I want to talk about, I'm writing a title here, is and beware of scams. Beware of scammers using Lesko name, okay? There's a lot of that. People are getting, somehow they are able to figure that out and get into people's email accounts, send them email that like it's for me, and then people are actually members, and so they think it is me, and boy, it's just terrible that we have people like that out there. So we really have to protect ourselves. Wear a internet condom. It is, I think, the way to protect yourself when there's viruses like that out there. So if you don't have a condom on, you're going to get in trouble. But everybody's not bad, so that's a problem. Everybody, they ruin it for a lot of people. Okay, so I'm here live now too, and good. Okay, we got lots of things going on here, and the most important thing is that you have midnight tonight, and it's you got to be a member of Lesko Help, and Lesko Help is leskohelp.com, and it's $20 a month, and you don't only get the applying for our $1,000 grant, and we give like about 70 grants out every month now, and it's just the nicest feeling that we're able to do. Hi, Tammy, you're back. You've been working so late last night, I bet, helping Sabrina. But I want to make sure that people know that we're not really about giving grants. We're really about showing people where to get government grants. I mean, we're going to give out $40,000 a month, and that's the profit we've been making, so we'll give it back to members. But there's more. I mean, the average grant that's given out to every family gets over almost $27,000 a year. Every year this happens. All these programs that are out there, and they take a little, time to learn. So you got to be patient. You may get lucky, and I'll give you one website, and you'll be able to apply and get a grant. But don't count on that, because if you count on that, then you're going to give up. And then we don't want you to do that, because the money is still there. It's just not where you and I think it is, particularly you if you haven't done this. I've been doing this for 40 years, and I'm still not sure where the hell this stuff is. But it's the process. that I learn. And it's a skill that I'm trying to teach other people. You don't have to know exactly where things are, because that's sort of like, you just have to know where the dictionary is. You don't have to know how to spell every word, right? So I certainly don't. You can't even spell the words everybody knows. I'm terrible at that. But what you have to know is that there's a dictionary. And there are dictionaries where you learn how to spell a word. You're not going to learn 15 billion words and how to spell each one of them. No, but you have to know where that dictionary is. And that's what we do, is show you how to use the dictionary. Because otherwise, if you don't have a dictionary, how the hell are you going to find out how to spell a word, right? So that's what we're about, and all the people that help you with me do that. And our mission is just to help you learn this system. It's something that every American, you don't even have to be American, as long as you're living here, and that's the important part. And we all have access to it, no matter how rich you are, it's such a, oh, thank you so much, Vincent. And everybody, I mean, see, who's really getting more helpful for us now are members. See, this is why, to me, another reason why we're giving grants back to members when we have profit, because they're helping so much. I mean, I was looking at a report answering a letter. See, what I do most of my days is answer questions from members. Members will answer questions, and I hope to do this until I die, because I could do it from a hospital bed or anywhere, and share what I've learned about using government programs to improve your life. And I know it sounds a little un-American, because this is a do-it-yourself, country or whatever, but no, we all need help. And that's, as a community in America, what we decided, we're going to help certain people with these problems. But what we don't do is help people learn about them. So we have them, they're sitting there, and you know who finds out about them? Now, rich people, they know they're there, and they know how important they are, man. And so they're not going to let anything slide through. This is why, like in taxes, right? So they hire some, $500 an hour tax accountant to find all the things they don't have to pay taxes. So that's the same as a grant. That's the grant for rich people. Now, the grants for the rest of us are really in these programs, and it's still, you have to learn a little bit about how they're done. And that's why we're not going to charge you $500 an hour like accountants. We charge you $20 for the whole month. It's a smorgasbord. You eat as much as you want. You can just stuff yourself to death if you want. And I'll show you how to get free health care too, or even free legal help. And that's what this is about, is educating America that the government has all these things. And I'm not saying any of this stuff is right. That is the furthest thing from my mind. It's that all I see is that people are in trouble, and here's a life raft. Okay, if you don't believe in life rafts, well, fine. Try to swim to shore. Whatever you think is right for your mental health or whatever, and that's fine. There's a lot of ways to get through this life, and no one has the magic answer, but there's a lot of possible answers. We're all getting through this stuff in a different way. So here, what I see is that, hey, okay, there's places here that will help this kind of problem people have, but the places giving the help don't tell anybody, because they don't have, money to tell anybody. And that's what's important. So how do we get people who paid for these programs through their taxes, or just from the fact that they live in this country and we want to do this? We decided. Now, everybody doesn't want to do these programs, and that's understandable. There's a lot of shit I don't like what they do, but we develop a system that's sort of okay that decides to do this, to help people. But because we're such a marketing country, if we were a different kind of country, maybe it wouldn't be a problem, because everybody learns about things through the media, and the media is trying to get you to look at them, and the way they get you to look at them is tell you outrageous things. It's like my headlines. My headlines, is really a fight for the media to get your attention to understand what there is. I mean, you could say I'm a scammer myself or something, but I don't know. Number one, I'll always give you any money back. Number two, I explain where to get this stuff. You know, I'm not saying, oh, you got to give me money to get this. No, I never say that. For my first book, I would go on tours, on talk shows, and I'd take my book on the talk show, and I'd stand there and say, you don't need this book. I copied everything in this book that's available to anybody, you know. We have class tonight. If you're a Lesko Help member, thanks, Timmy. See, Timmy's a member, and she's promoting things for a class. We have class almost every night now, at least during the weekdays, you know, and that's what's exciting, that not only to me is to give you a website of who may have the money to solve your problem, is to learn how to do this. It's like learning a computer, learning how to drive a car, learning how to live in society. Well, I say, to me, I see society as a third of everything in our society is government. So, and the rest outside of government and nonprofits are going to charge you money for anything you get from them, okay? So you have a third of society as government, 2/3 is people, you know, who want to sell you something to solve your problem, but you don't know about the third that's free. I gotta. Oh, damn. I don't even know what I'm on here. Okay, I think I'm back. We back here? The live pause. Okay, yeah. Okay, we're back. So the you know, the 2/3 of society that get money to help you, and there's a third of the society is never going to charge you money to help you. Okay, so the 2/3 that's charging money, they're the ones we know about. Okay, we don't know about the third of society that is willing to help you. You go to Google, and what are you going to get? You're going to get all the people who want to charge you money to help you, okay? Now, you go to the government, and because you don't really know much about the government, you make one fall of the government, and you say, I need a grant for this, or I need money to solve this problem. They say, no such thing. What the hell? We got 3 million people working in the government, or whatever that is, 15 million if you can count state and local and all that kind of stuff. You know, how is everyone going to know everything that's in the government or in any section of the government? Man, you know, I grew up family, we were 4 of us in the household, just 4 of us. And I had no idea what the other 3 were doing most of the time. So somebody running an agency of, you know, 100,000 people, you're going to call one up and they think they know everybody that's going on. That's impossible, you know. And that's why you have to learn the technique and the skills that get you through that, you know, and learn. And that's why we do this, you know, and we do it for through seminars, that, you know, live video workshops on taking you through the process, okay? And also holding your hand. Now, we don't come out and fly out there and clean your windows and fill in the blanks for your application. No, we show you where the sources are. And there are people out where you live that are getting paid by the government to do that exact thing. And we show you where they are. That's why, otherwise, this is the only way we could do it for 20 bucks. You know, we could do all that other stuff, and I used to do it for rich people, and I had to charge them tens of thousands of dollars. You know, but the people who need the money can't afford that. Okay, so that's why my dream was to have a $20 service, so almost anybody could afford it, and that you get all the help you need, and we point you. Now, don't forget, people want, you know, we're all selfish and lazy and all those kinds of things. That's part of our human nature and everybody's. But we're really pissed off when everybody else shows their selfish side or their bad side. Well, we all have it, yeah. We're all hypocrites is what it really boils down to. And it's important that you try. I mean, if you don't want to solve your problem and it's just a frivolous problem, fine, you give up. You don't. You go on to something else. It may be something important. But there's too many people that the important things in their life they're stuck with. I mean, if half the people in this country cannot afford a $500 bill when it comes in, that they don't have $500 saved. That's half the people. I mean, that's phenomenal. That's a survey that the Federal Reserve does all the time. Maybe it's 60%, 40%. It's in that, but half the people can't afford that. That's why we're giving out a $1,000 grant and $500 grants to people who all they have to do. I have referred most of my good friends to you, and you. Oh, how nice of you. And that $500. All you have to do, okay, now we have the application. We have a special application, and if you feature on top of both, we have two platforms, on Facebook and on Lesko Help too. And when you join Lesko Help for $20, you're a member of both automatically, okay? So that's not an issue. And then, but on both of those platforms, on top is a link to the application. And when you get that, you fill it out. Now there's some some of the questions are very, very difficult. Like the first one is your name. Okay, now that may be the hardest question that you're gonna run into. And then you need your email address. Now, that may be a harder one for somebody, maybe not. And then all you do is say, hey, what you would do with $1,000, okay? You write down a couple sentences or whatever you do. That's it, bim bam, thank you, man. You push send, and then you get an automatic response to your email, and you just sit and wait, and it's midnight tonight, you gotta get in. If you miss midnight tonight, we'll have a new one in the morning. So that will be October. What's after October? Did they change the months yet? No, I guess not. October, November, that's what it is. So our November 4th grant will be up in the morning, and you could start applying for that one. And it'll end on November 4th. And then we start, reading all these things. And we have a panel, like 6 people that read all of these programs. Every application is read by the panel. And nobody could cheat because we're all covering each other. Yeah, you want to get your uncle a grant or something like that. Yeah, that's really. You can't even take me to dinner. I don't even decide. I don't. The staff does that, and they take control of that. Okay, and then it takes you usually about 10 days to 2 weeks kind of stuff to get it all done. And then we announce it. And the biggest thing now is that people are not claiming their awards. I mean, this is a disaster to me. I mean, something like 10% or 15%, this is a lot of money. I mean, we have tens of thousands of dollars that people want, and they're not collecting it. So if you applied for a program in the past, go to our, I know I'm not positive on Lesko Help 2 if they're all there, all the winners' names. But all the winners' names I know for sure on Facebook, okay? And when you go to Facebook, I can find the application information. Yeah, the application information is on the Facebook group or on Lesko Help 2, and look in the features. We have features on top. The feature, posts, and it'll be a feature post. The application is there. If not, ask a question, and we'll try to get it to you by the end of the day, because it has to be in by the end of the day. So if we screw up, you screw up, then you'll have to apply to the next one tomorrow. And that, where am I? See, I see a question here, and I think it's easy to answer, and I do. And then this Swiss cheese brain, that's what I call it, a Swiss cheese brain. Now I used to be a great multitasker. I love doing things. I'd watch TV, listen to the radio, I'd write a paper, all this in one time. Now, if I do that at this age, I forget where I was on the other one, and I have to start all over again. So multitasking increases the time it takes for me to complete anything. I applied for the last 3 months to assist applying for 5013. I have been selected. No, I'll just keep trying. You never know. And make sure, if you don't win, see what we're really here for is to show you where to get money elsewhere. Now, we have a special report that I did personally. They'll show you, there's about 15 to 20 places that are best places to start to get grants for any nonprofit, even to start your own nonprofit. We paid $20 to receive it. Yes, that's right. But that's only from me you'll get it. Now, see what's more important. I can show you how to get $100,000 from the government. That's what I really want to do. Or services that you can't get. If you need your teeth fixed, that could be $5,000 for dental work now, and showing you how to get free dental work. I mean, that's a process really you have to learn too. That's not one phone call and make it. No, because it's different everywhere. Nothing is run on a national basis. See, the real things is because we have states, that's what it is, and we wanted to give states rights. So states are really, what they do, the states, is they get federal money and then decide how to spend it locally. So then you have to do that. Now, then it gets more complicated. Lesko Health is members, but you must need to be careful. Okay, I got one. What did you get? I got mine from him. I'm also a member. Oh, great. I got mine from, I don't know what to be careful of. To be careful, to me, what I want to talk about is the people who pretend they're me. In Facebook and in YouTube, there are people that use my name, use my symbol or whatever, or use my email address that sounds like me. And well, if you no longer have Facebook, that's okay. Then that's why we have Lesko Help too. And so for $20, you belong to both. You don't want Facebook, you go to Lesko Help too, and that's on a network called Mighty Network. You know, hi Eric. What are you doing? You must be catching up to my age soon. Eric taught me this business. Eric Yaverman, if I see he's on Instagram, yeah, or we learned it together, but he was the one that taught me. He did the ditch digging, and I watched him shovel it in, and it was great. And he still does very well as a publicist in New York City. So, Eric Yaverman, you're looking for help. Yeah, he was a student, you know. That's how you learn. You don't get an MBA. You go work for somebody doing stuff that you want to do, and you learn that way, man. This is all. I'd pay $100,000 to get an MBA when somebody could pay you to learn the business. Yeah, and that's what's it. That's what it's all about. I mean, and that's another thing. If you don't have a degree in this country, and everybody's. And it's really necessary a lot of time because the companies are lazy. And if you have a degree, it's easier to decide if you could maybe do the job. So, but now that's changing. And because we need skilled workers so much. And the skills that we need do not require a degree. And what the government knows that. And now Biden in the last couple of times, and we've always had these programs too, where they train you for a couple months to get the skill you need to get a starting job, $60,000 a year, and it goes up to 100, you know. So you could do that in this country pretty easily too. And you don't have to sit through boring classes. You don't have to have $100,000 of debt. They're paying you while you learn. You know, being a chef could be one. You know, being a massage therapist. I mean, all kinds of skills that we need. Cybersecurity, man. You go 6 months, get paid while you're learning, and get out and start making 60 grand and go up to probably a heck of a lot over 100K. Now it's different again in every city. In every place, and that's why you have to do that work. You have to do that ditch digging. Eric would know when he was trying to get me on TV and stuff like that, and he had to make 100 calls, and that means getting 99 no's. People don't want to do that anymore, and now it becomes even more important because people give you better information than the internet. Internet is just a source, a maybe or whatever, and a place for leads. But you know, if you're looking for information, like you want a business grant, okay, you put in business grant on Google, and you get like 500 million websites, you know, and all but 5 of them are giving out business grants. Yeah. The rest are trying to sell you something that they know the secret to get a business grant. Like me, you know, I know the secret. Yeah. As long as you give me money, you know. But they want thousands of dollars, for you, and you're not even sure you get it, and probably won't. But you get sucked in. We all do. They're better at this than we are at combating it. You know, it's an arms race. It's an information arms race. That's why we got fake news now. Because we're all losing the information arms race. So people get away with saying anything they want. It's all bullshit, right? And so that's why people are important. So people who know their work, like if you have credit problems and stuff like that, okay, you can go on the internet, put on credit repair, whatever it is. You know what you're going to find? The first 20 people there are people who've been sued for scamming people for credit problems. You know, that's probably yeah, and hyperbole, of course. That's what marketing is living with hyperbole. But that's it's real. I mean, the person that was number one on the list, just when I looked, and this was, you know, not today, that, you know, they got sued by the FTC for like $20 million. Well, look at Donald Trump. $25 million he had to pay for to the FTC for scamming people. $25 million for his course on real estate investing, right? You think, oh yeah, okay, he'll teach you how to scam the government. Right? Actually, he and his dad did that a lot. They were always investigated for doing that stuff. But yeah, he got $25 million. People gave him $30,000 to go to Trump University, and he was scamming people. And what? It got him elected president, I guess. He learned the system. And that's what Eric taught me, is on marketing and getting free marketing on TV. It's not what you say. They don't care what you say. It's how you say it. They're an entertainment business. You know, they're trying to entertain people. So if you act like a crazy maniac on TV, they'll give you free advertising time. That was fine. I don't mind acting crazy. You're going to give me a lot of money. And that's it. Well, it's different now, and because that was when airtime was very expensive. Now I'm on 3-4 networks just trying to scrape viewers, because to educate people. I mean, I always saw myself as an educator. I was a computer science professor back in the 70s, back then when computers were as big as my apartment here. IBM was the only one making them. You know, and it's teaching. And what I learned as a professor, really, if you can't keep people awake, you can't teach them anything, okay? And so I would come to class, and my mission number one was to get the information to people, but how do I do that? Have to get their attention. Because if you don't have the attention, they're, you know, now they're on their phones and drifting and throwing spitballs, and that's the kind of student I was. So I understood that mentality very well. But back to us. Number one, watch scammers. Anybody using my name, just don't, because I have just one basic service now, and it's leskohelp.com. And that's where we help people one-on-one. You ask us as many questions as you want. It's only $20 a month. It's a subscription. Come and go as much as you want. You get a portal where you could start and stop your subscription anytime. You don't even have to ask us permission or whatever. You have control of everything. We do seminars, live seminars, 3 or 4 times a week. That's on Lesko Help too, so make sure you see what's over there. We answer questions individually, and the members do. So you could just tune in and see what's new. I do 3 or 4 videos a day now that are up there. If you're not a member, you can see the videos on YouTube. And that's a way to do it. And I have a free website too. So if you can't afford $20, go to leskohelpfree.com. And there you'll get, there's 2 reports there, I think, that are the best. There's like a dozen or so reports you can get there for free. And they all are the same thing that the members get. But these, I think, could help everybody a lot. And one is the 7 places in the government you could learn about grants without using the internet. And these are people in the government that get paid. Now, I get paid by you. These people get paid by the government, or by you again, and just to help you for free. So if you want a business, you have debt problems, you know, any kind of problems you have, you need a job, you have to get pay the rent. These are people you could call they're already getting grants to help you solve that problem. Now, these are not the people that give out the money. They're people that know the system, where the money is, where you live. See, and that's what we're trying to train people to do, is learn that. You don't have to learn who's giving out the money. You do, but you can't keep track of that. I need a budget as big as NASA to figure that out, you know. And what you have to do is go to the people in your community that know overall what to do, because they study that. They help people like you every day, maybe 50 to 100 people like you every day. Like, that's what I do. I help people every day, maybe 50 or so, with sources of help to solve their problem. So they do the same thing I do. I charge you $20, they charge you nothing. Yeah. So download that report. It's like the 7 people that help you get a grant where you live that don't cost money. Then there's another one on starting a business. So many people think they need a grant to start a business, and a lot of them do. But you don't start a business by going out and asking for a grant, because there's a lot of nuance in that you have to learn first, and what. And there's a lot of other ways to do what you want to do without starting a grant. You don't know that because you haven't done it yet. So that's why when you go out looking for a grant, number 1, remember, don't ask for a grant. Number 2, ask for help. So this is a report that shows you all the people where you live that are paid by nonprofits or by the government to help you start a business or grow any kind of business. Now, why does the government do that? Because they want to get you off the payroll of being poor. and also to create payrolls for other people. So we don't have to worry about people having money. So if you're starting businesses, they want to help you. They help you find money, they help you do stuff, but more importantly, they help you think through it. So if you just got a harebrained idea to do something, well, take that harebrained idea and say, hey, I need somebody to help me think through this harebrained idea and how to get money and help to start this business. So I need help start a business. That's the way you approach it. Don't say, hey, where do I get $100,000 to do what I want to do in life and screw the world? No, people don't want to help people like that. So you have to rely on the kindness of strangers. And the strangers don't want to be kind to you if you sound like a greedy son of a bitch. So that's right. You have to be humble, nice, and they'll work like you for hell. It's a human nature to want to help each other. Yeah. So, but somehow in a capitalist society, we don't believe that. Because we're all turning into greedy bastards, aren't we? And there's parts of us that are all like that. So it's not that that's ultimately bad in life, but you have to learn to use the system. And if you're getting your news on what to do only from Google, you're missing it. And that's fine if you have a lot of money. So, and it works if you have a lot of money and you use that. But if you don't, then you have to learn the alternative. And that's what we're doing here. Every website we give you will never charge you money, okay? They give you money, give you free services and whatever. So Google, you have money to spend and want to solve a problem. Be my guest. Go to Google. You don't have money or can't afford it, then that's what I hope we do. And tell you the truth, the rich people do that too. They've learned. Because that's why I used to be able to charge tens of thousands of dollars to do this, because the rich will pay anything. But they're not fun to work for or with. And I got too short a life left to be annoyed by greedy bastards. So, and to share what I have, as much as I can before. I mean, my name of the game for me is, how much can I give before I die? And that curtain's getting closer. So let me help you. Tonight, midnight is the deadline for our grant for October 4th at midnight Eastern Standard Time. It ends. Number 2, be aware of anybody who says they're me or has my name in it. It is not. I don't text people. I don't email people. And Eric knows I don't even call people. So it won't be me coming to you unless it's something like this. Yeah. And so people get individual emails from me saying they'll help you. That's not me. So that's important to know. So just ignore it. And then another litmus test is if they're going to ask for more than $20, that is definitely not me. Okay. So best wishes. Keep living. It's fun out there, but you have to make your own fun. See, what I've learned, this is why I act like a complete idiot, is that nobody's going to entertain me. I'm just going to throw my own party. Fuck you. Take care.